Let's give another hand to our Grand Marshals. We also wanted to take some time and recognize some people that are doing some amazing work, not only in the United States but abroad. And so we have honorary Grand Marshals this year, 2 men who have done incredible work across the globe to raise the issues of LGBT rights and LGBT causes to the forefront of different causes they believe in. And I'm honored to introduce both of these men to you tonight. So first off, we have the nephew of Harvey Milk, the founder and co-president of the Harvey Milk Foundation, Stuart Milk, to share some words with us tonight. Let's give Stuart a round of applause.
Thank you. How many people know who Harvey Milk is? Great. So we're all recruiters tonight, right? Recruiting for equality. It's great to be here in Atlanta. This is such a vital city, such a rich place in the history of civil rights. My uncle took those bullets 35 years ago because he believed that he could see the night that we would all be here in Atlanta, Georgia, celebrating equality, celebrating authenticity, celebrating diversity. Prides have tremendous meaning in our lives. And let me tell you that there will be a young person from Roopville, Georgia, or from Duluth, Georgia, who will go to Pride, their first Pride, this weekend, and will finally feel included, and will finally no longer feel alone. And that alone is medicine for the world. It's tremendously important. I had the great honor of talking to many of your business leaders, and I love the fact that Buck pointed out the importance of corporate sponsorship. How many of us my age never thought we'd see the day when large corporations would be standing here on the stage with us, supporting diversity and inclusion and saying, it's good for business. That's an important message because that creates societal change, and if you ask me, it's more important than even legal equality. Societal equality is at the essence what we're all shooting for. Now I have the honor and privilege of spreading my uncle's message of equality and his message of why it's important to work in collaboration with other marginalized groups. I do that around the world. And so I always try to take the people that have affected me with me. The Milk Foundation, by the way, we are a resource-poor foundation. We have no paid staff. Ann Cronenberg, who is my uncle's campaign manager, and I started the foundation just a couple of years ago. But we have put on events around the globe. We have gone to the places where no one will go. We've been to the Middle East. We've been to Asia. We go to all the dark places. And I want to share with you some of the heroes that are standing on my uncle's shoulders. I bring with me a picture of a young man from Budapest, Hungary, where the communities of LGBT people, Jews, racial minorities are being attacked and brutalized by the government. Rights of women have been taken away. Mobs are going into towns of people of mixed color and Roma communities, and they're roughing them up, sanctioned by the government. This is happening today. And I'm pointing this out because we have heroes that we need to be connected with. This work is not done in isolation, and Pride does not just happen in one city. There was one Hungarian who would walk with me in the streets with a bullhorn, like what Harvey had. His name was Milan Rosa, 23 years old. Only person who would go on TV with me. We were faced off against 5,000 neo-Nazis. We had 300 marchers. And he led that march like my uncle did. He's a hero to me, and he's a hero to us. But let me tell you, the day after I left Budapest, I found out that he came home. Milan went to his home and found his father hanging in his living room. Disgraced that his son would be promoting his authenticity on TV. Now, there's an upside to this story. A week later, I got an urgent call from Prague. They were having their first Pride, and the president of the Czech Republic said for the people to rise up in the Czech Republic and put down the Pride, that it was promoting debauchery, it was promoting deviation, and it was promoting homosexualism. And let me tell you, I'm going to bring back the circle of the corporate sponsors, let me tell you that was not successful. Why? Because in Prague we had corporate sponsors like Coca-Cola, we had corporate sponsors like Marriott and like Hilton, and that had already created societal change, and people did not join that message of hate and division, which we're seeing growing now in economic recession. Now, the piece about Milan. This was Prague's first Pride. Budapest had had a Pride for 16 years. They needed one of those street-long rainbow flags. And when they picked me up at the airport in Prague, they said someone was coming from Budapest with that rainbow flag. Someone was taking 2 overnight buses. The person who came had just buried his father. It was Milan Rosa. So please, tomorrow as we celebrate, let's make enough celebration. Let's show our corporate sponsors how meaningful it is. Let's, for the spirit of my uncle, let's make enough celebration of inclusion and diversity and collaboration with other minority groups that we can send that message across the Atlantic so that the Milan Rosas of the world know that we're with them. And this struggle is not just in the United States, it's global, and we will be with them. And until we have equality, as Martin Luther King said, everywhere, we know that we won't have equality anywhere. Thank you very much.